Well, it is that time again. Traveling. We've been doing that a lot lately, I feel like. It's all part of the puzzle. You need equipment to get the job done. If you watched, it's been a while. One of the last videos, a while back, probably in the springtime, when we spread all of our manure. And we did like 15, 20 trips with that little wagon with the four-wheeler. Yeah, that made it tough and very time consuming. So we're going to pick up a manure spreader, and that's gonna make life hopefully a lot easier. It does need a little bit of work, but I'm fine with that. Winter project, fall project, whatever. But we need one, so that's what we're going to get. You always gotta have a co-pilot. Ready to go? Ready? I do feel like this could fit in the small trailer. I think it's like a 6x12 is what it's considered. But wheel to wheel or outside of tire to tire, according to the seller, is 6 foot exactly. Well, the trailer is 6 foot 1 inch. And I don't want to chance it going an hour and a half away and them mismeasure or whatever. So we'll just take the flat deck trailer. I think it's just gonna be easier. Trailer's hooked, we're rolling. I don't know if I said it's about an hour and a half away-ish. So not terribly far. Farther than I'd like to be going, but if everything works well and all the pictures that I've seen, all the chains are intact, everything's good that way. It does need a new bed, so we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to adjust some of the brakes here on the trailer a little bit. Anyway, we'll get there, we'll get it loaded up, and then we can begin that. Oh, here it is. We got it loaded. This thing is gonna need a lot of work. I'm like, my anxiety level's through the roof. I don't know why. But yeah. Tires are good. Well, I'm back on the road. We got about an hour-ish till we get home. Get this thing back. The beaters are kind of shaking back there because of the wood being soft. And there's a lot of bumps that we're hitting, but I got myself kind of a little bit chilled out now, better than I was for sure. This road's terrible, so I guess if nothing flies off or flies apart on this road, we should be good. So I pulled out the majority of the wood that was in rough shape and really loose, so none of that should be flying out. But the guy I got it from was kind of rude. I don't know. I don't want to talk mean, but as soon as I got there, he was just kind of rude and kind of arrogant or whatever you would kind of say. I don't know. Anyway, so I think that kind of added to me getting all anxious, and you know, I got to the point where I was almost gonna just tell him, you know what, just take it back off the trailer and, you know, give him my money back, and, you know, which would have made him even more irritated, I'm sure. But you know, I just started feeling more and more uncomfortable with the whole situation. But anyway, we're heading home. It's definitely going to be a project for the winter. There's no doubt about that. But that, number one, gives me something to do. And I like projects. I like to, you know, tinker around with stuff. And it gives you guys content to watch. So it's kind of a sort of a win-win. I get to struggle with it sometimes, but it'll be worth it in the end, especially if we can end up with a manure spreader. So, and I got my trusty sidekick, Paisley, right here next to me, right? So you like going for truck rides. Say. All right, I will catch you guys when we get back home, and hopefully everything is in one piece. All right, it's home. And luckily, everything stayed intact. We ripped out a lot of the wood that did need, obviously the whole thing needs replaced, but as far as the majority of the stuff that was in there loose, like I'm surprised that didn't blow out, but there was a lot more wood in here and a lot of it was loose. So I took all that out and threw it away. That way it didn't blow out, hit somebody's car. So basically, a lot of this is on the wood. So this will be kind of fun to rebuild. But everything's intact. You know, the chains are everywhere. Everything's here with the chains. So a couple of the rails on the top came off, actually, because there's no wood there. This gear came off of the side, again, because the wood was rotted. But everything else is intact, so I should be able to trace it and put everything back together. That's not really in there. I don't know. It's obviously going to need work. The thing is super old, beat up, one thing at a time. We'll get this off. I'm going to try and use a four-wheeler to get this thing off. It's not that heavy. I could pick up on the tongue easy enough, but you do have to keep the tongue pretty low when you get down towards the bottom so the beaters on the back don't scrape. I can't really be any heavier than the hay wagon we unloaded before. So I think I'm going to try and hook the four-wheeler up to it. This could be fun. You want to talk about sketchy? It's just a little bolt. It does pass the whole way through, but nothing holding the top. Oh man. Here goes nothing. Well, that went a lot easier than I thought. That makes the four-wheeler look extremely tiny. Well, there it is. It's off the trailer. That's a plus. Huge plus. I think for the time being, I'm just gonna back it back in here. We won't really need this for a while. This is gonna be a long project that we're gonna have to do. So stay tuned for those videos for sure. We'll probably do a series or something on that. Yeah, this was a little sketch, the trip and everything. I mean, with it all falling apart, I mean, there's wood's loose. I don't know. We tried. I don't think anything flew off. Nobody was flashing their lights or honking at me, so that's it. That's going to conclude today's video. Another piece of equipment. It's a work in progress. We're building. We're getting there. You go back to the first video, we didn't really have much of anything. A hay rake and a baler, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, give the video a like. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.